All right, welcome back. If you're Nigerian or even African or anywhere around the world, you know that Nigerian music is literally taking the world by storm. There's so much happening in that space, and we're going to be talking about that right now. I'm joined now from our Abuja studios by Osato Edokbai, who's a media personality. EDK, how you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's a big day for Nigeria, first of all. The Grammys are happening tonight. Probably the most nominations we've ever had in the history of the Grammys. There's Femi Kuti, there's Burna Boy, there's Whiskey, there's Thames, and there's Made Kuti. 5 Nigerians are on the bill tonight. Nervous, excited? Who do you think is going to be snagging an award tonight?
I'm very excited. I think it's an amazing time, like you've mentioned, for Nigerian music, African music, really. If I were to hedge my bets, I mean, Whiskey definitely seems to get one. He's in 2 categories. Look, Angelique Kidjo also has 2 nominations, and she's won it 4 times already. It's really hard to bet against the legend. But I think 1 for sure for Wiz. But, big ups to the legend Femi Kuti as well as his son, Made Kuti. And Burna's already won. I think it'll be cool if he lets this one go for sure. He's nominated alongside Angelique Kidjo for... as a feature on her track as well. So exciting times, really. I'm super psyched.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is Femi's, I think, 3rd or 4th nomination. But I mean, there are people who also say, oh, are the Grammys really the benchmark for excellence? Is this something we should be that excited about? Why is this that important, for us to pay attention to moments like this?
The Grammys are a music award ceremony of global repute. I know that people say, look, awards are just what they are, they're awards. But look, when you've worked so hard as an artist or in any profession, really, it's really nice to get some sort of recognition. And if you're getting recognized by easily one of the biggest award ceremonies in the world, I know it's American, I know it's going to be in Las Vegas later tonight and so on, but it's a big deal. And there have been various Nigerian artists in the past who have sung endlessly about copying one of those Grammy trophies. So I think it's a huge achievement for any artist. I know that it's not easily the benchmark for excellence, but I think for any artist, worth their salt, it's sort of a big deal. And I don't think anybody should say it isn't in any way. I think a lot of the artists who are nominated are very excited and very proud of their nominations. And I think a lot of artists still on the come up look forward to the day where their names will be discussed amongst Grammy nominees.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all going to be awake tonight, hoping to watch the moment when it happens. Definitely rooting for all the Nigerians there. But outside of the Grammys, like I said, there's so much happening, CK is in the news every day, His subscription numbers on YouTube are mind-blowing. He's literally on everyone's lips across the world. Every American or British person you meet, or even non-English speaking countries seem to have his song note for note. He's going crazy with Love Wants It. Then, of course, there's Davido, who literally just copped the official song for the FIFA World Cup, the biggest sporting event in the world. There's just so much happening at this time. What changed for Nigerian music to get us here? What suddenly happened? What's different?
Just the quality of production and the quality of music making changed. I mean, the evolution has been something to watch since the mid-2000s to now. Looking at what the guys at the Mo Hits did over time and what other artists and producers have been doing over time, it's been a long journey. I mean, we've had other artists on international platforms and international stages do us very proud as well. And it was obviously only a matter of time. If we have people like Wiz, Burna, and Davido who've been at the top of the game for over 10 years and counting, and still trying to hold off the rest of the pack coming after them. And you have younger guys, like you mentioned, CK, there's Omale, there's all these guys who are now snagging international collaborations. It just shows that we've grown as a music industry. There's a bit more structure. I mean, the majors are now here and so on. I still think there's still a lot of work to be done. It's work in progress, obviously. But I think the Nigerian sound is de facto going to be global pop music in a while. I mean, people call it Afropop, people call it Afrobeats, but you see every artist, what their salt elsewhere is trying to, get a pinch of us. They're featuring CK, they're featuring Omale, they're trying to get a Davido feature. It used to be the other way around, if you remember. So I think it's just how artists are taking their craft a little more seriously, how people who work with the sound as well have evolved in and made sure that our sound is competitive globally. And it's such a proud moment for all of us, I see. Even the rest of Africa is jealous of us as Nigerians, and it shows the amount of work that we're putting in. I'm so proud of what we're doing.
I mean, that's why we're getting accused of not pulling some countries up, but let's not talk, let's not mention any names. But I want to talk, you mentioned structure there, and I wonder what structure looks like these days. You know, in the past, you know, you had to release an album, you know, go through all the marketing and look for some distribution deal and all of that. These days, you just need to go viral on TikTok and you're a huge star. You know, so what is structure like today, and how does that fit into the Afrobeat setting?
It's a very interesting question. Structure today, obviously, you would need some sort of big label support if you want to go global in any case. I mean, what happens now is a lot of people look out for artists who are industrious on their own. So they're going to manage themselves, go viral on TikTok and all these other social media platforms. They get big numbers, and then the majors will swoop in and say, okay, let's take it from here now and make you a global star. But it's not a done deal yet. I think some people are still at the risk of being exploited. So we have to be careful with that. But structure means that there's some budget for marketing now. There's some budget for, you know, producing better albums. There's access now to global studios, and just the global pool of talent is more accessible to a Nigerian artist who's hardworking enough and gets noticed by the people who matter. And to me, that's very important. I only think it really gets better. And yes, TikTok is such a major music player now, isn't it? I mean, if you have a viral TikTok song, you're instantly going to get mad numbers. But the thing is, we also need to look at sustenance. Beyond one viral TikTok moment, what do you need to do to sustain your growth? So I think that's where artists also need to be careful and also need to plan with their team to make sure that they keep the momentum going.
You just really segued into my very final question as quickly as you can, talking about sustenance now. There's also the argument that this might be a flash moment for Afrobeat. I mean, we saw the Jamaican wave when it happened. Everybody wanted a bite of Sean Paul here and all of that. You know, are we sure this is not just a moment in time that's going to go away, or are we here to stay?
Legitimate fear, Ibuka. It's a legitimate fear, but I strongly believe that it's not. I think that the times are slightly different. I think that there are more Nigerian-born music entrepreneurs who are savvy about music business, who can compete globally with the best music execs in the world. I mean, there's Don Jazzy, there's all sorts of people who know their onions. So I think they're going to look at the business side of things and take care of their business as well, and make sure that we're not being exploited for just our sound and just this moment in history, and look at the Afrobeats. Well, I don't want to say Afrobeats wave. I think it's here to stay, and I think that while there's a lot of work to be done, it is possible, and I'm really looking forward to the next 5-10 years of what we're going to do here.
Thank you very much, Osasoyi Dike. I think all our fingers are crossed, and wishing the best of luck to all our Nigerian superstars who are nominated for the Grammys tonight, and hopefully the doors open to many more things, and maybe we might have an Afrobeats category one day, who knows. Thanks for joining us. All right, like I always say, you can follow the conversation on Twitter. Please use the hashtag #RobbingMinds when you send us a message. I'll see you next Sunday.